Tony, I was thinking about taking my drone to the auction site and just like throw it up and just snap a couple pictures of like all the stuff and then like send them to them or like email them to them or something. Just be like, here, I thought you might like these. Let's be honest, I probably won't actually do it, but I think it would be kind of cool. So yeah. It could be kind of neat. But that also sounds like work, and then having to like lug the drone case around and like worrying about the truck getting too hot with the drone in there tomorrow, and like it's just so many things. Or not tomorrow, Sunday. Would have been smart if I thought of it yesterday and just took it up there yesterday, but yeah. Because there is so much stuff there. So much stuff. Yeah, Tony, yeah. So, Tony, when you go, if you keep driving past the B, like, away from their building, the last thing that got dropped off was the Alice 7000 something, 77045 or something. That was being unloaded while we were there yesterday. So if you go all the way out to Fence Row and then turn, there's an Alice 7000 something, or 7000 series. I forget what the other numbers were. But that was being unloaded while we were there. So, yeah. Alright, unhook that. Send that guy around. He'll go chill. This guy is definitely out of silage additive. We should probably get him some more. I mean, it's, what is it, like 10%? Probably worth having, but we got to get him around the thing before we worry about that. It's too far away. Way too far away right now. All right, we got our Kevin beacons on. Let's go chat. They have a Deutz now. Nice. Yeah, like I said, they were still rolling stuff in there yesterday, so it's unreal, the amount of stuff. Absolutely unreal. Biggest consignment auction I've ever seen. Only been going to them for like a year, so. But they got stuff that's normally a parking lot. They have stuff there. Like a lot of stuff that's normally a parking area. It's unreal. Oh, I forgot about Field 5 also, guys. That's also in corn. Whoops. Oh, man. It's okay. Actually, no, the auction that we're going to Saturday, it's in, I'll tell you where it's at, Spider, I don't care. It's, the company's Allen Auctions. It's in, oh my God, why am I drawing such a blank? I was literally there yesterday. I was literally there yesterday, and I can't remember the name of it to save my life. Tony will tell me here in a second, because he's literally there right now. There you go. Hawk Point, Missouri. That's it. Yeah, Hawk Point. See, I don't live anywhere near that, so I'll talk about it online. Tony kind of works out in that area, but I don't live anywhere near that sucker. So, yeah. Not gonna show up. It's pretty cool, actually. I mean, I'm into that kind of stuff. That's just me. I know I'm weird. I ain't worried about somebody showing up. Show up. It's a public event. I can't tell anybody not to. Just saying. Honestly, the people watching is where it's at. Oh, the people watching is pretty good. Now, there's a couple things I'm interested in, like little things like random chains. We just never have enough chains. I've been telling Dad for a couple of these auctions, we just need to buy some chain. We found a pallet of stuff yesterday. It's got a bunch of random, like, chain hoist and stuff, but there's also some, like, random chains on there. Yeah, so we were kind of eyeing up a couple of those. We're like, that would be handy to have. That's the right size chain that we always seem to need and never have, you know, so yeah. It's way out yonder, though. They're not gonna not sell that for, yeah, they won't sell that till like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, probably. So, yeah, that's not, we looked at those chains too. That's a little heavier than we need, Tony. I wouldn't mind having one just to hang on the wall. Because again, you just never have enough chain. But it's a pallet out on the right fence row, like way out back. So, like used UPSs with there's a bunch of those batteries there, Spider. They're all probably junk. No UPSs, just the batteries. So yeah. What is the Fat Alice 9000? What? Wait, 4 auction rings now? It was 3. 3 auction rings. I feel like you're pulling my leg, though. I feel like you're trolling.
So you're saying you're part of the poll?
Yes.
Jacob 2348 shared X100. Hello there.
Jacob, what's going on? Thanks to bits. Yeah, the batteries do have a little bit of value to them. There's always scrappers at those auctions, so I wouldn't be surprised if somebody, you know, okay, that's interesting. That's not on their website, Tony. So, or at least it wasn't on their website. Why is this guy not running? It's not because he's out of additive. That's not the reason, because he doesn't actually care if he has additive or not, for the record. He's got a wagon right here. He should be able to run. Or wait. Do I have to... Do I have to do that first? Is that what it is? That's what it is. I have to put the spout out on that wagon in order for that to run. That's right. I forgot about that. Otherwise, he won't run. All right. Let's go. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I don't watch that person. I have no idea. No idea. Loading with authority. Yeah, it's a thing. This is pretty nice. So now, I mean, that wagon doesn't hold a lot compared to what I hold, but at least he'll be able to go. Okay, Tony. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that Alice was the last one that was there yesterday. So now he'll be able to keep harvesting a little bit while I drive away. Is basically the goal of that added wagon. Plus, like right now in a corner, I can just sit back here and be out of his way, and he'll just you know, just start driving, right? I don't have to be there. So it's really nice to have that wagon, honestly. When forage harvesting or chaffing, whatever you want to call this. So yeah, it's real nice. You betcha. Johnny's and Alice. That's a decent sized tractor, actually, Sean. I don't have any use for that tractor. It runs really good, though. I watched him unload it off a trailer yesterday. The guy about killed himself, but Tony, go get a picture of that Alice B. I didn't take a picture of it yesterday. Put a picture of that in Discord. People will love that. That's a nice looking tractor. It'll probably bring way too much money, but it's a nice looking tractor. I can't believe they're gonna have 4 auctioneers running though. That's actually insane, y'all. They have so much stuff. It's gonna be crazy. Absolutely crazy, chat. Oh, it does say 4 now. They must have updated this. They will be running 4 auction rings Saturday, it says, chat. Yeah, they must have changed this, Tony, since I looked the other day. Wow. Please. On their website, it says, please come prepared with extra bidders. Because if you want something from ring 1, but you also want something from ring 3, you gotta spread your people out, you know? That's funny, actually. That is very funny. Please come with extra bidders. Well, I don't know, Tomcat. There is a John Deere Gator that's been there for at least 3 sales now that I've seen, so it's probably a piece of junk is why it's there. But yeah, I don't know. Right. Interesting. Interesting. The internet comments are usually pretty, let's be real, pretty wild. That's crazy, though. So we're going to the auction, but we're never going to see each other. Oh, not the Alice. The John Deere, Tony. I already have one of those. Although that Farmall, the F14 or whatever that's next door, that thing's pretty nice looking. I don't know if it runs or nothing, but it looks nice. Everything's really dusty right there right now, but yeah. Looks great. All right. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this. The chat knows this about me, but I have a thing for the ball peen hammers. My grandpa had a thing for him. He had ball peen hammers everywhere. And like still sometimes we'll like clean up in the loft of the shed and we'll find a little tool tray or something and I have a ball peen hammer we didn't know we had. And we were looking at all the tools at the auction site yesterday. And there's one tray. They use like soda flats or can flats, you know, like little cardboard flat tray things. And they fill them full of tools. And there was one that had this big wooden mallet in it. And then it also had a ball peen hammer. And I was like, ooh, I need that one. Just to be annoying like that, you know? Oh, man, it was funny. It's like, I definitely need that. I mean, I'm not gonna buy it, but I need that. So yeah, it's kind of funny. Oh yeah. All right. Dude, this thing's huge, Jacob. This wooden mallet is pretty massive. Yeah. Dad was joking they could use it as like an auctioneer's gavel, you know, like closed, you know, sold. So yeah. It was kind of funny. No, it's not like Looney Tunes huge. It's good size though. I thought it was anyway. I don't know. Some other people may not think it was, but I thought it was fair size. You know. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. I don't have a... Well, I have a wooden mallet that Starnes made me, but I would never use it. He made me a giant wooden mallet. The one he made me is probably bigger than the one at the sale, but it's still pretty cool. So yeah. Still pretty cool. All right. Link what you're drooling on in Discord. Okay, I'll look at it in a second. Welcome in. What's going on? Is it like a fencing? It's a big wooden hammer. I don't know what else to say about it. Besides, you know, Tony might be able to go take a picture of it. Look at that John Deere, by the way, he just posted in Discord. Check that thing out. Nice. All right, all right. Look at that. Look at that John Deere. Oh, Tony, you know, I saw that blower / unloader. I didn't realize that was an Alice Chalmers. I totally saw that yesterday, though. That John Deere B, though, chat. Look at that thing. Look at that B. Would you just look at it, chat? I don't care. Look how nice it looks. Oh, I think it's a nice tractor. I think it looks nice, but you know, that's just my personal opinion. All right, let's grab this guy. We'll go fill him up with additive real fast. Well, whatever additive we have here, we only have a little bit. That's all right. I already have a B. Yeah. That Farmall is actually really nice looking, Jacob. It was pretty clean, actually. I mean, I didn't get out and look at it, but it looked pretty clean. Same thing with the Deere. The Deere has some paint issues on the front, but otherwise it looked pretty good. Like somebody had somewhat recently. It has new tires and a new seat on it, so yeah. It looks pretty good. I forget what tractor it is, but there's one with a metal seat. The seat's completely rusted through. It's like that's a problem, you know? It's definitely a problem. You're not supposed to do that. Yeah, it was kind of funny. It's out on the back row. Why did that thing take off like that? Jeepers. Is my header not lowered? That's what it is. Here we go. Alright, I was wondering why that just like took off. Full yeet on me there. All right. Air circulation. Oh. All right. Cable guy, what's up? I mean, you're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. Oh yeah. But yeah, Tony could probably buy that John Deere Gator that's there. I think it's been there 3 times, though, that I've seen it, so probably shouldn't buy it. Because, yeah, it's a piece of junk. As far as I know, we are, Tony, yeah. I guess. I mean, I assume for Dad, he can't stand that long, you know? So if nothing else, it's a portable seat. He wasn't even sure that we were going, and yesterday while we're there, he's like, well, I might as well go get my number. And I was like, wait a minute. I thought we weren't actually going. And then on the way home, he's like, okay, I gotta dig a cooler out of the garage. Wait a minute, what? So, I assume that means we're going. You'll take the Gator for $1. Okay, Tomcat, I'll be online in Discord with you, and I'll take your online bid for it tomorrow, or on Saturday, okay? I'll let them know that we have a serious online shopper. We have a serious online bidder for $1, Bob. Oh, man. Somehow I don't think you would win it for $1. Just throwing that out there. Stuff tends to go probably higher than I feel like it should. But maybe that's just me being cheap. I don't know. But yeah. That could just be me being cheap, yeah. I'm not sure. But either way, stuff tends to, I feel like, go for more than it should. Alright, well, I guess Buddy's done doing his outside rounds, huh? So he's just driving right now, not harvesting. So he should turn here and start on an angle a little bit. And start going back and forth. Betcha. Right. So not going to be a lot on this outside. Okay, he is doing right. All right. I just wanted to make sure. I'm like, wait a minute. He's just not harvesting anything now. What the heck? What's Trent got going on in his cab? All right. We give Trent some eyeballs for a reaction. Although I swore for the longest time that was a pair of shoes. But anyway. Don't worry about it. It's fine. No, shoes? I think it was shoes. I don't remember. I didn't think it was eyeballs. That's for sure. All right. I'm not sure where Buddy's going, but he's going to go somewhere and he's going to harvest. I promise. At least that's the hope. You know what? While we have a second here, let's get a plow going up north, because that's going to take forever. I should probably put both up there, but sometimes I enjoy not having any problems with the field, so I'll just put one of something up there. Whoa. Easy there, bud. I forget about the speed of this tractor in reverse. It flies. Absolutely flies. 30, I think it's 32 in reverse, 32 and 4. Flies. It's unreal. All right, let's run this up north, get this going, then we'll come back for our chaffing. We need to clean up that pile a little bit too at some point. It's okay for now. It's okay. So, Tony, you finding things you have to buy or what? Hopefully you're finding some stuff you need to have. I can't believe they're going to have 4 auctioneers going. It's going to be so noisy there. Golly, man. That's crazy. So you really have to pick what you're going for. If you want equipment, or you want a bunch of junk that's in their fence lines, or if you want a bunch of junk that's in the shed. Wow, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I mean, with 3 auctioneers, or even with 4, they're going to be there forever. So yeah. You like your new emote? Tomcat, you got to send it to me. No, I don't have it yet. I'll totally add it though. It's funny. It is funny. Alright. And that's going to take a minute to generate, I believe. I do believe. Probably, Tony, yeah. There's one John Deere little riding lawnmower that it looks like it fell off the back of a truck going down a highway. And its thing is beat. There's like nothing still attached to it. And like, it's bad, dude. It's really bad. It's quite funny. Probably bring like $3,000, you know, or something like that. All right. How long? I don't actually know how long this takes for one. My God, buddy, slow down. That was too much. That was way too much turning. They're actually, Tomcat, there's at least one of those there, if not 2. I don't know if they're DR brand. 4.5 hours, that's not bad. I don't know what brand they are, but there's totally at least a couple of those things there. Yeah. Those things are like kind of junk, but it's okay. That's all right. The icon of the tractor blocks. I don't know. That's an interesting one. Pretty nice John Deere, looks decent. Yeah, there was a couple that looked not too bad. The symbol of the tractor. I don't know the answer to that my question. Sorry. I do not know. It's kind of interesting one. Right. So ideally, we're gonna check on our bunker. I don't know how much is in there. Ideally, I want around like 2.5 million liters. That's what I would like. That's what I would like, chat. Around 2.5 mil. And then we'll not have to chaff again for quite a while. Just saying. For quite some time. But yeah, that's the hope anyway. And then I guess after that, we'll fire up a combine or 2 or something. I'll get this done eventually. Don't know if we're going to get to actually harvesting this field, because we got a long way to go yet on, I think. A long way to go. Not totally sure yet. In your map. Hold on. I'm going to need to get something I can set up. I just need something hooked to something. I don't have anything that can be used to set up. Here we go. All right. So like, oh, are you saying like this thing is blocking like that? Because if that's the case, then yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, that's a thing. Just click on map. I don't know if you, I don't know. I've never messed with it. I don't really, if I generate the course, I usually don't look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't typically care what the course looks like. So if you click on the map, it doesn't get rid of that. Right? But you can move. Yeah. I don't think you can get rid of that. The only thing that I would recommend maybe is generate your courses away from your field. So that then it's not, you know, like I can go over here and look and it's not there. I don't know. Otherwise, what to tell you?
Trent 417 just resubscribed for 49 months.
Trent 417, thanks for the 49-month resub. Do appreciate it. How's it going? How dry is it in your part of Missouri? Because it's like the Sahara Desert out there, okay? It's getting bad up here near St. Louis. Just, why is that on? What the hell is happening? It's going into my trailer, but it's going in the ground chat. It's possessed. All right. Well, if you generated still away from your field, it would do the same thing. But otherwise, I don't think you can get rid of that symbol. Or the little thing. Raining a bunch right now. Wow. Lucky you. I see that. There's severe thunderstorm warnings up north too. Please spin up and come this way, please. Please. It's not going to. I think we have a 30% chance of rain tonight and a 40 tomorrow. But well, there's still some green grass in the backyard, but not a lot, you know. It's really starting to get toasty out there. And actually, I need to cut my grass, but I'm not doing it until it rains. The little bit of growth that there was there is like it could use a cut just to get rid of it because it actually looks pretty bad. But if I cut the grass now, it'll smoke it off and it'll be crispy after that. So I am not worrying about it. Squirrely Dan, what's going on? How are you? What's popping? What is popping? You'd send me the rain that you're getting up there? Well, technically you will down the river eventually, so. Appreciate it. Smitty, thank you. Yeah, Dan, you probably haven't seen it lately, have you? Oh, man. You betcha, Dan. All right. I don't know why it's doing what it's doing, but you know what? It's working. I'm not going to complain. It is working, chat. And it stopped working, but it was working. Dan, you want to see something cool? I don't know if you've seen it, but I plowed a little field together up north. And then, no, that's not what I want to click on. No, this will work. And then I might have bought a Combiner 5. So there might be 5 of these. They are red, yeah. I know, I've lost my mind. They're red. So yeah. That's a weird looking John Deere. And they got giant corn heads on them. They're not the biggest ones in the pack, but it's big enough. Trust me, it was a little real to harvest the giant field. So yeah. Well, the funny thing is I've got the shed where they used to be. It's just empty right now because I don't have the right combines for in there. So I don't think we can put them in that. Well, not with the corn heads. The corn heads are way too big, but that's okay. We could park the actual combines in there, but Mad Weasley, you're not wrong. So I ran 5 earlier on corn up north, and it was a little crazy on the long rows or the outside rounds to keep up with the combines, but we made it happen. Definitely made it happen. So off of that one field alone, 1.6 million corn. It's about a 211 acre field. We figured that out earlier today too. So yeah, it's a lot of corn. Oh, and Dan, I'm feeding your chickens again, by the way. We're in the year of the chicken right now. We're feeding chickens for a year to see, well, mostly for fun, so. Loaded Iowa Plains, nice. I have never checked that map out. I probably should. But, you know, if I check out a map, I usually want to play it, so. I would like to finish this map first, you know? Before finding a new shiny map to switch to. So, yeah. That's okay. Just keep looking at that radar. It is creeping closer to us, but, like, probably not. At this point, I'll take a thunderstorm even. I don't care. Doesn't bother me none. As long as it's not like, you know, a bad thunderstorm, you know? We just need something. Need some rain, man. Big time. And we're off. That's okay. All right, Dan, we'll catch you. Have a good night. We will catch you. There's like severe thunderstorm warnings and all kinds of stuff out there. Special weather statements. All the things, chat, right now. That's all right. One of these days we'll start getting some rain again, although I don't know. There's trees around here are starting to go. Like, we're not going to have fall colors in this part of Missouri anyway. The trees just aren't going to make it that long. They're just dropping leaves to preserve life at this point. So they are just dropping leaves. Starting to really look terrible out there. All right. You know, I should change my steering for this. The 4 track steering's good and all, but oh, wait, does this one not change? Oh, it does. Helps if you do it right. Maybe I can't do what I want to do. That's crab steer. I don't want that. That's crab steer the other way. That's 4 track steer. I want just, maybe I can't. There, no, that's not what I want either. My golly, George, that's crab. Okay, maybe I can't do what I want to do then. I was hoping just to have front track steering, and that's it. Take nice wide turns. That's would make backing up easier. Oh well. It's okay. You know, this tractor actually is probably this is going to end up being a really good tractor for running this wagon in here with this chaff, because it has the power to push it up the hill like that. That's gonna be really nice, actually, or it is really nice, I should say. Here, we'll just drive like this, chat. We don't want to compact the soil, you know? Oh, gosh. It's so awkward. So awkward. That's okay. It's all good. You know, actually at the auction, there's some school bus seats. I was thinking we should buy one of those and throw it in the back of the side-by-side for Tony. Can't tell me that wouldn't be pretty sick. Just saying. Alright, watch this. We're actually going to use the grab steering to our advantage so we can get our trailer closer, but we can be far away still. Or something. Except for it's really awkward to get it lined up. Wow. It is very awkward. I don't like it. I don't like it. Alright, we'll just go regular steering. I was really hoping for just front steer. But that's okay. And I really want that wagon to empty. Wagon doesn't seem interested in emptying right now, so there it goes. Okay. Still not sure why it's shooting in the ground, but it's actually unloading in the wagon. That's okay. It'll be fine. Kind of awkward. And it only unloaded a little bit. Or now it's going to turn around. There we go. Still not going to unload. Okay. Yeah, it's going through it today, y'all. That's all I know. Definitely going through it. That's all right. Righty. Hey, at least we got it empty before the end of the pass. That's all that really matters, honestly. We got it empty. Yeah, there's like purple in this radar. They calling for hail? 1-inch hail? 1-inch hail. So you don't want any hail right now. It's not good for soybeans. Really don't want a lot of wind right now because there is a lot of corn still standing around that would be could be affected by that. That's not good. But I did hear that farmers are having trouble doing tillage this fall so far because the ground's so hard. They can't get tillage tools to, like, you know, do anything. Although I did hear down by the farm, the 80 acres around the farm there, that was corn. It's been harvested, and they ran a VT over it the other day. And Dad was saying, like, in spots you can't even tell they did anything because it wasn't going in the ground at all. Basically just driving across the ground. So, I guess maybe they chopped up a few corn stalks and stuff. Sounds like that's about it. But you got to start somewhere, I guess, especially when you farm as much as those guys do. You gotta just go send it to a point. So, you betcha. Oh, I forgot to check how much chaff there was, by the way. It's nowhere near enough. Nowhere near enough. Although, actually, if I turn that loose again, like automated this again, I could totally get a combine and run a combine on the other side of the field. Let this run, go run a combine, because there's plenty of corn out here still to forage harvest, to chaff. And I should need all of it. might actually not be a bad thing to do. We could get a lot more done at the same time, you know? And really, probably one combine is all I would actually run down here. Since I am trying to give time to let this do its thing, too, you know? Not trying to take all the corn as corn, but obviously there's plenty of corn here to the right, so even if we just go over to like the number 1 marker from, yeah, just harvest over there. That's still probably plenty of corn for chaffing. Plenty, I would assume. Problem is, if I put this back on automated, I don't think I can run the wagon, so I'd have to ditch that, but that's not a big deal. Maybe we'll run a couple more passes, then we'll do that. I need to get in that bunker with the snowcat and fix it to our tractor with a blade. And work on it a little bit as well. But that's okay for now. It's not a big deal. Lots of back and forth, y'all. That's all I know. 91 outside right now. Air quality warning, too. That's the other thing we've had a lot of with this, like, second summer that we've had is air quality issues. We've had a lot of air quality, like, alerts and warnings and stuff here lately. Tomorrow's down to a 20% chance of rain. Now it was 30 or 40 or something. It's not actually going to rain. There's no shot. No shot. That's okay. Actually, if we go a couple more rounds here, then we can take that forage harvester and go get the last of the silage additive that we have. We only have a little bit left, so we might as well use it up. We can ditch the wagon and turn this back to automated. And then run a combine too. Although technically I only have the one auto drive out here, don't I? The one spot would be for an auger wagon, but it's fine. Use the small auger wagons, run 2. Call 2 unload thing on. Probably be good. Probably. Right, yeah, that's kind of the way rain works. And I know I'm not a farmer, but farmers typically, you know, always complain about the weather one way or the other. And I do the same thing. Not a farmer, but when it comes to complaining about the weather, I'm right there with them. So, see, my problem is I want rain. A, it would knock the dust at the auction we're going to, but B, I like mowing grass. I really miss mowing grass. I mean, we did have to mow a lot in like July because it was way, we had a lot of rain in July. So, same thing with you and tornadoes. What? What? Niles, what? You want tornadoes? When? Why? Why would you want a tornado? I mean, I want to see a tornado, but I want it to be out in a field where it's not causing any damage to anything. I think that'd be really cool to see, but you know, maybe like out in the plains of Kansas or Oklahoma or something. Some people like to fly around. Yeah, fair play. Oh, man. I've always wanted to see one. Yeah, I have to. But again, I don't want to see it like in town where it's like destroying houses and property and people and stuff like that. No, I want to see it like out in the absolute middle of nowhere from like, you know, half mile to a mile away. Like, that's how I want to see a tornado. Someday I'll have to go storm chasing. out west. That'd be pretty sick. Didn't I see a tornado? No. I've never seen a tornado. I mean, I saw the movie Twister. Does that count? Born in Kansas, they don't bother you. I got you. Yeah, no, I've seen the movie Twister, but I don't think that counts. So. Oh man, I mean, well, we had that storm that hit the airport. I was hiding in the basement for that. That one was at night and rain wrapped, and that was dangerous. Just saying. And it didn't hit where I was either, but it was close and the sirens were going off. That's for darn sure. Oh man. That was something. That was the night I called my buddy because my sister had just closed on her house. So we were all over at my sister's house, and I called my friend and I was like, hey, what's the deal on this tornado? And he goes, oh, I heard on the news that it hit a hotel. And I was like, oh man, that could be really bad, you know? And he goes, yeah, there's no survivors. And I was like, oh my God. And like, we talked a couple minutes, like, okay. So I got home that night, because this was before I had a smartphone. I got home that night and I looked on the news. There was no injuries. So there were no survivors, but there were also no injuries. Nobody was hurt, so. Yeah. You thought I got a tornado on camera? No. No. Was that tornado like 13 years ago? Probably, yeah. It's been a while, yeah, actually. Yeah, we were all hiding at my sister's house the day she closed on her house. We were all down in the basement. Yep. Now, I didn't have security cameras 13 years ago. Like I said, it didn't go where I live, but that was one of those where they just kind of warned, like, the whole area was under... Oh, you're talking about the tornado, the one that hit like St. Louis. Yeah. I don't live in St. Louis. No, that didn't hit where I live. No. Oh yeah, that hit like pretty well close to downtown. Kind of like west of downtown a little bit. Yeah, I don't live actually in St. Louis. So yeah, don't actually live there. You were in a hotel near the airport. You were part of the no survivors. Also, no injuries. Just let me be clear: there were no injuries. Nobody got hurt, but there were also no survivors. I remember telling my entire family, I'm like, guys. It hit a hotel and there's no survival. Like, I was upset. And then was able to laugh about it later, of course, when there was no injuries. So, and that's when I learned you don't ask for news stuff from that friend. You don't call that person and say, hey, what's the deal with this? You don't do that. That was the day I learned. You can't. Nope. Don't ask that person. They're gonna tell you something that's false. So yeah, it was quite funny actually. It was very, very funny. Yeah, that one was pretty gnarly. I mean, it didn't like level houses or anything. It messed up some stuff. The one that hit down in St. Louis, that one was pretty gnarly as well. That one did probably more damage. Bigger tornado. The pressure dropped so much you couldn't get doors to open. Oh, dang. Yeah, so Big E, I was able to take the white fence out. The key thing for me was to not landscape near the white fence. If you landscape near the fence, then it won't let you take it out. But if you didn't landscape, that's where I was able to still leave the fence. So I've got little bits of white fence all over the place that I can't take out, like up north here. I have this spot here because I did some landscaping by the creek here, what used to be the creek. So that one I can't get rid of. This one I can't get rid of. Hold on, there's more. This one I don't want to get rid of, but I also can't get rid of. Although I didn't do any landscaping there. And then this, all I was able to do was this little section here. I couldn't do the rest because I landscaped up there. So, yeah, they said something about that in the update too. That just came out the other day, Biggie. Something about fences are supposed to be deletable, but if they've been landscaped near it, don't work. So, yeah. Grilled cheese on the new griddle. Let's go, Sean. Sounds good. Oh, I gotta cook tonight, chat. I forgot about that. Dad bought a ton of ground beef the other day. And I actually gotta cook and then freeze some of it tonight. He kind of like bought too much the other day. Not that I'm gonna say like, you know, it's bad or anything, because it's not. I'll eat it all eventually. But he bought me more than I can eat right now, so I gotta freeze it. It expires today. And I don't know about you guys, but like, okay, if it's gonna expire, that means you freeze or cook it and freeze it, right? Or just freeze it in general. I haven't, Jeff, no. I thought about it, but I haven't. It don't bother me that much. I should try it though sometime. Yeah. Gilberry, I don't know. I've never tried on another map. So yeah. Chili and ravioli lasagna, let's go. You just freeze it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and cook it up and portion it out into my like meal preps I do, which is also just a fancy term for leftovers. So yeah, I think I'm gonna cook it up and make it up. So yeah. I think you could do it either way, Big Mert. See, my thing about if you freeze it without cooking it, then when you go to get it back out, that doesn't reset the expiration date, right? So if you like get it out and you let it thaw in your fridge for like 2 days, well then it's expired. So you'd have to cook it anyway. So I just cook it before I freeze it. So, yeah. That night before. Yeah, I don't know. I also have this weird thing about things that are close to their expiration date. I feel like they taste weird. And beef is one of them. Milk is another one. If milk's within like 3 days of its expiration date, I can't drink it. Yeah. Gilberry, how you doing, by the way? It's been a minute. What's poppin'? Some says user freeze by. Yeah. I think ours says enjoy by is what it says. It's a 5-pound thing of ground beef from Sam's. I think it says enjoy by today. So I gotta cook it up. But then the other thing is like, okay, so if you have beef that expires today on the 18th, okay, user enjoy by or whatever it says, right? If you cook it, how many days do you get before it's bad after you cook it? Like just in the fridge. So that's what I don't understand that either. Like how many days am I supposed to be fridging this stuff? And that's why I'm kind of thinking I'm going to freeze it tonight. So, yeah. Same with you with milk, Biggie. gallon. Oh. Interesting, Biggie. That's pretty cool. No, Big Mert, that makes sense. That makes sense. So you get 5 days. I could probably eat it all in 5 days. Problem is, he bought 10 pounds of beef at one time the other day, chat. That's a lot of beef, okay? That's a lot. That's a lot for me to eat through, alright? Just saying. But yeah. And yeah, Big E, or not Big E, Big Murd, it makes sense. What you're saying, but I know what I'm going to make out of it. It's all going to be taco meat. So in that case, I think I am going to freeze it and portion it. And then like, I can, as long as I'm thinking ahead, you know, I can get out like 2 at a time. Like say on Monday or Sunday night, I can get two out for Monday. 2 of my portions out for Monday. I only eat 2 portions a day. So I think that would be, that's probably what I'm going to do. I really should just start doing this in general. It would take up a lot less fridge space. I tend to take up way too much fridge space now with my meal preps I do. Also, a fancy term for leftovers. So. Because really that's all that meal prepping is. It's cooking a lot and having leftovers and portioning them out. It's no different than fancy leftovers. But yeah. Just saying. I mean, I'll eat all this by the end of like next week, so it's not like it's too far out. So yeah, some things less, some things more. Gotcha. Yeah, no, Biggie or big. You with the name and the face. Yeah, no, I get you. And in the past, I would usually not cook it because I didn't know if I was making pizza with it or if I was making a pasta dish. But now, like, I pretty much only cook for me. I don't cook for the family hardly at all anymore. They don't. Dad never buys, like, Dad does all the grocery shopping. If I try to get groceries, he's always grumpy about it. So I just let him handle it, right? He basically buys junk food for him and my aunt. And then, like, the ground beef I want for what I'm doing. And that's pretty much it. He buys them an occasional like TV dinner, but otherwise they eat out. And I keep telling him like, I'll make whatever. I have no problem cooking for them. I'll cook. I'll make stuff ahead of time. I'll make big portions. Y'all can, you know, have leftovers, freeze it, whatever. Nah, they don't do it. So it's like, okay, whatever. You betcha. Meat ages even though no, when you put stuff in the freezer it pauses the expiration date. Expiration dates don't exist when it's in the freezer unless it's covered in like freezer burn. That is just nasty. It's nasty, just saying. But yeah, as long as it's sealed up. Oh man, I've eaten some questionable things out of the freezer that have been there for way too long. It happens. Definitely happens. I think we cooked a turkey one time that was in the freezer for like 2 years. It was great. Put a little gravy on that sucker. Oh man, that was good. All right, it's not gonna turn this way, so we're just gonna drive away. Drive away. All right. We don't buy like bulk anymore to throw in the freezer like we used to. That was Mom's thing around like Y2K and stuff. We had, which, you know, the power's supposed to go out, but we had freezers full of food back in those days. It was terrible. Freezer burn equals flavor. You know, it kind of does. It's not a good flavor, but it is flavor. I don't think that's what Guy Fieri meant when he said Flavor Town, you know? It's not quite what he meant. Oh, God. It is a flavor. It's not a good flavor, but it is a flavor. Oh, boy. Now I got to start cooking again for the family. They got to quit eating out so much. Like, I haven't made a tater casserole in like 6 months, y'all. I mean, that's just a tragedy, honestly. No, actually, okay, it's been like probably 6 weeks since I've made one. I remember, yeah, I made one a while back. Made that with those pork chops for them. That was like the last meal I actually made for them, besides pancakes, but gotta make some normal food, you know? But they sure like, they sure like they're eating out, so. Yeah. I mean, I can't really tell them not to, so. It's whatever. All right, we are going to go. This will be our last round we do. I need to work on that bunker a little bit. So I'll probably turn this back on to automated after I do one more, and then I'll work on the bunker while this is still going back and forth. So that's kind of the plan. And yes, I know you need to be unloaded because you wouldn't unload before. There, Bedro. En route. Stand by. Oh yeah, it's a good time. Definitely a good time. But yeah, I need to cook tonight. I forgot about that. Oh yeah, Big Merc. I have done a ton of customization to this map at this point. I got rid of the pond and the stream river here. Most of this one over here by 11's gone. It's gone up north, obviously. This other one's gone up north. All that's been plowed together. Eventually, I'm going to plow these other 3 into it, but for right now, I've kind of been hoarding crops and not selling them, so I kind of don't have the money to do it. So as of right now, we just have to wait. I'm also hoarding up chicken eggs. I have 1,000. Hold on, how many do we have? 1,317 pallets of eggs between the 2 warehouses. I put up another warehouse today. So that one's full. So it's a lot of eggs. We're hoarding those up right now. We're gonna basically collect eggs for a year and then start selling them, or sell eventually, you know, later. So yeah, hoarding them up right now. And then we're making a giant omelet, okay? All right, giant omelet. All right, so yeah. You betcha. What do we say? We're just saving them to save them, honestly. I just kind of want to see how many pallets we're going to get in a year. I know that you can do the math off 30,000 chickens of a year, but like, what fun is that? I want to see the pallets. I want to sell the pallets. I want to roll the trucks, you know? That's what I want to do. I want to do all the things. So yeah. You betcha. That is what I want to do. So that's what I'm going to do. To be honest. That is it. All right. Thanks for that follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. How's it going? Oh, it's popping. All right, chats. We could try to put this back on and see what it does, huh? With the wagon on? I don't think it'll like the wagon. I think it'll wreck the wagon because it drives up behind the forage harvester, then gets over. And I don't think that works out very well, to be honest. How dare I enjoy game? Right? I feel like sometimes, not people that are here, but like in general, I feel like sometimes there is that attitude out there where it's like, how dare you have fun doing what you're doing? I ain't hurting nobody, you know? I ain't pointing fingers, trust me. Not pointing fingers. Not pointing fingers at anybody, but I do feel like that's a thing sometimes, honestly. It's like, how dare you? Have fun. Yo, Big Al, what's going on? How was the rain today? Or did you get rain today? Hopefully you did. We, haven't gotten any, just for the record. Not where I'm at, anyway. It's very sad. But that's alright. It is what it is, you know? Is what it is. Alright, chat. The rain was welcome. There's plenty of it. Let's go, Big Al. Let's go. Alright. We're gonna use this door on this shed that we never used yet. Instead of having to drive all the way around, well, there's a door right there. Might as well. Might as well. Alright. Grab a little bit of silage additive. And then we're gonna ditch the wig. For now. For good. Yo, you and me both, Big Mert. We definitely need the rain. You betcha. Alright. Thanks, Filthy. A bit. Oh, it does need fuel. Okay. Well, we'll take a little fuel stop while we're here. Big Al, they announced they're going to 4 auctioneers for Saturday's auction, by the way. I've never been to an auction with 4 auctioneers, so I can't wait. But yeah. Bad Bunny, I do use keyboard and mouse, yep. Betcha. Your work is so dry and dusty, it's awful, yeah. I haven't had to mow grass. I haven't mowed grass here at the house in like probably a month now. Yeah, 4. It's crazy, Big Al. Crazy. Crazy. I can't wait. Be a ton of fun. Yeah. How's it going? Welcome in. What's poppin'? All right. Yeah, Tony was there today and he said something to me about it, and I was like, well, wait a minute, but it's on their website, so they must have found some other auctioneers to run for them. It's too many people, yeah. They flat out say on the website, like, make sure to bring extra bidders. Since they're all 4 going to be running at once. They'll be spread out, though. It should be okay. But yeah. It's going to be loud, though. I'm not looking forward to that part, honestly. But that's okay.
Lizard, lizard,
Lizard.
lizard, 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 lizard.
Hi, Left. Thanks for the bits. How's it going? That thing was thirsty. Almost $2,000 in fuel. Good Lord. It's crazy. Can't be in more than one place at a time. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, so Big Murd, I'm going to that auction, and then after that, which we're... Dad's interested in some stuff that's probably going to be, like, super late in the day. So after that, I think I'm probably going to take a nap and then tear apart my setup. So, I don't know about tractors. I'd like to buy one, Sean. I probably won't, though. It'll probably go for more than I want to pay. So, yeah. There's a few little things I'd be interested in. One of them's a landscape rake, which I know sounds dumb, but I want a landscape rake for the tractor. And I have a very particular reason I want a landscape rake, and it's pumpkin vines. Be nice just to, like, rake them up into, like, a windrow almost with it, you know? Be great. Tony, get the tray. You got time to pick stuff up. You don't have to pick it up on Saturday. They gave you some time. I don't know how much, but I know they gave you some. That's okay. But no, a landscape break would be cool. And there's like 6 of them there. So I'm hoping you wait long enough, like wait long enough in the day and you get one super cheap, you know? That's kind of what I'm hoping. We can buy a trailer. That's right, Tony. Yeah. Yeah, we sure can. Right, Big Mert? Yeah. That's what, it was funny at the farm with my brother that was in town. Lives down in Texas now. He was in town and I showed him the Alice B and he's like, what do you do with it? I'm like, mostly just look at it. It's like, I don't know. I get it out and drive it around sometimes. That's about it. He's like, okay. He's not really into the old tractor scene, you know? Where I'm over here like, dude, this is the coolest thing ever, you know? He's like, not so much. So, it's okay. I think it's pretty neat, but yeah. Like, sometimes you just need to get out and drive a tractor from the 40s around, you know? So, yeah. Yeah, I told him about that, Sean. Yep. You could drive it to the mailbox. Nice. I mean, some people are into cars. Some people like trucks. I have a thing for tractors, you know? Some people like computers. I mean, I like computers too, don't get me wrong. But, you know, some people, whatever. Everybody has their thing, you know? And tractors, that's one of my things, definitely. I'm all about it. I mean, honestly, if I had the shed space, and especially a shed that wasn't in a floodplain, we would probably have more than we have. I would find some buckets to buy, you know, some rust buckets, and clean them up and fix them up and stuff. Not that I don't have one that we need to fix up. Actually, 2, kind of, but it's fine. It's fine. Dad's Alice C needs an engine rebuild, so, or at least a partial. I don't know how far we'll have to go with that one. We haven't started on it yet, so. You betcha. Oh, Big Mert, there's a ton of old Fords at that sale that I'll be at Saturday. There's a ton of them things. I bet there's 6 or 8 old Fords there. Might be more than that. There's like 3 or 4 of them in a row. There's a couple really nice looking ones. Yeah. A Gator and a trailer. I don't think the Gator would pull much, especially because it probably doesn't run. So yeah. Now, a tractor would be a thing where it would have to go stupid cheap, which would mean there's something massively wrong with it. A landscape rake, that's a real possibility of happening. There's actually a really nice box blade there, like 3-point hitch box blade, which will probably bring way too much money. So we probably won't go after that, to be honest. We'll probably stand there and go, yeah, there's no way. So that's usually what happens. That there is something there for kind of a project we would like to work on, where we bought something at another auction pretty darn cheap, and it's just been sitting in the shed for, well, all year. Actually, it was there last year too. Been sitting in the shed for a year plus. But we need another piece to go with it to make something else, basically. Well, there's something coming up at the sale Saturday that we could use for that other project. So if we get it, then we'll have a project to work on. But again, it'll probably go for more than we actually would want to pay for it. So yeah. Fixing up a little tractor, it is a great project, honestly. It's, if you can do it, like financially, if you can afford to mess with it, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a hell of a memory builder, let's put it that way. If nothing else, I mean, the bee that I have will never go away. If for no other reason, Dad and I rebuilt that together. That was our first like tractor we rebuilt together. Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect. It needs paint, whatever. It's not going to get painted, but you know, you definitely could paint it. But if nothing else, that's the first tractor we did together, like rebuilt. So I'll never get rid of it. Even if I have to park it right out here in the backyard under a tarp, if something happens to the farm someday, you never know, but I won't get rid of it. I'll park it right next to me here in the garage. I don't care. I ain't getting rid of it. It could be my stream background. I ain't getting rid of it. Just saying. Yes. So what we are doing right now is forage harvesting or chaffing. And we are taking the entire corn plant, which would technically we should be doing this when the corn is still kind of green. So like yesterday in game, but I wanted to harvest this other field up here, which is done. I wanted to harvest that other field up there too. So I went ahead and fast timed till the corn's all the way ready, which is not very accurate for this, but anyway. Chopping the entire plant. It gives us what's called chaff. The chaff we're going to take to a bunker, and we're going to dump it in there, and we're going to compact it. We're going to ferment it, and then it becomes silage. The silage, you can feed that to your cows just as silage, but we are using it in what's called total mixed rations, or a TMR. So we mix silage, straw, and hay together, and that gives us basically cow food, for lack of a better term. So we're trying to, I'm not trying to fill the bunker, but I'm trying to get a decent pile going in this bunker here. Is kind of the plan. So just a decent pile, nothing crazy. I'd like to get around 2.5 million liters. This bunker should hold 3, right about 3 million, but I don't need to fill it. And actually, this is going to be the load where I finally check how much is in here, because I haven't been checking. And then I'm going to start smoothing the pile and stuff, which you don't really have to, but I'm going to. If I hit the right buttons, it would be amazing. But yeah, so basically we're making corn into cow food eventually, in a roundabout way. So yeah, that's what we're doing. CBM, what's going on, man? How are you? Welcome in. This is why I need to get in here and smooth this out, make it look nice, and hopefully where we can drive on top of it, and it's easier to unload at this point if you're on top of the pile, instead of trying to do whatever I'm trying to do here, which isn't really working too well. So you betcha. Doing good. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Right. Yeah, there's not actually a difference or any in IRL. Of course, you wouldn't do this, but in farm sim land, you can do it. There's no yield bonus or anything. Or yeah. Jeff, it kept getting stuck today. It decided it wanted to be dumb today. The satellite must have been off or something. Solar storm or something. I don't know. The update was not a lot. The big thing they fixed was the bridge in the road by the biogas plant. That was one of the big things they fixed. Other than that, it wasn't anything crazy, I do believe. Oh, I know you can get there. You just got to get you to the right place where you can get there. Great. But no, it was being all weird, Jeff. So I'm going to jump in the Snowcat now and see what I could do. But it kept getting stuck. And then it would go run into the grain bin. And it was just all kinds of... It was just all kinds of awkward, honestly. So... This is Alma. Alma, Missouri. Is this the only Missouri map I've ever played? It might actually be. I've never played the rest of them. So yeah, I think this is the only one I've ever played. Played it back in 22 as well. There we go. I want that blade to be curled out a little more. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Probably have to use something to clean up that because it's already compacted. Which is fine. No big deal. Alright, so we're just going to work on the pile a little bit here. And when Buddy gets back with that wagon, he might need help unloading said wagon because this is pretty darn steep here. There's 2.4 million liters in here, so honestly, anytime I'd probably be pretty happy with how much I got in here right now. I was hoping for 2.5, so we're pretty well there. So not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, come on, Bessie. This thing does okay on these piles. Doesn't like how steep I have it right now, I'll tell you that much. But it does okay. Definitely does okay. Alright. It should hold about 3 million. So I could fit another 0.5 mil. Or so. But I'm not trying to fill it. About 2.5 million is all I really want. 2.5 million will last quite a long time for what I'm using it for TMR. So I'll be all right with that. I need to get something out here and clean this up. I have the snowblower over there. I can also use the loading wagon when it comes back. Use that to clean it up too. So yeah. Yeah, I'm not trying to fill it. I don't need to. To be honest, I really don't even need to be doing this right now. I have 3.4 million TMR. And actually, the thing I'm out of is hay. So, I haven't cut hay in, like, literally forever on here. So, I guess tomorrow. Tomorrow we get a mow hay on here. I haven't done it forever. Literally, it's been forever since I've mowed hay on here. It's been so long. So, I guess we'll mow some hay tomorrow. Yeah, not gonna do it today. Definitely don't have time to do that today. So, but we're gonna get this pile kind of smushed back, and like I said, I might just call it done here after a few minutes, maybe one more load, and then I might set up, if I can get Courseplay to run a roller up here. Might set that up and just let it go. That or I'll get a combine full of grain up here. That does work quite well. I don't know how well the roller would work on this hill right now. If I shape this hill down a little bit, the roller should be okay. So I might try it on one of the colossals actually, just to see what it does on the coloss. That could be kind of cool actually. I don't know. For some reason, the 8400 works real good with that roller. You set it up to roll backwards. It works quite nicely. So I like using that quite a bit. Right. Yeah, either way though, well, if I compact this myself, I won't make too much more of a mess. If I use Courseplay, it will make quite a bit more of a mess up here or out front. I don't really care. It's easy to clean up. So much for not making a mess, huh? Karma got me on that one right away, I think. Oh boy. I didn't realize I had silage in my blade, to be honest with y'all. Didn't realize it. Now we're definitely gonna need the snowblower. Get that cleaned up. Try not to push over that wall too. I think Buddy would be here soon with another load. Well, I guess he does have to drive around like the entire world to get here. Whereas I didn't have to do that when I was hauling in. Need to be unloaded? Okay, which means he's probably full, so that's fine. And then, see, sometimes I like to go this way when I know I'm going to be using Courseplay. Although this is not working at all like I want it to. I probably should just do it with the roller. Where I kind of work on the slope a little bit to make it not as, that didn't work at all. That did not work at all. I've had that work so much better before. Oh boy. I don't know if I'm safe to talk about it, Jeff. I don't know if I can talk about it yet. We were asked not to give spoilers earlier, so I remember who's on the. Oh, I remember who's on the block. Yeah, I don't know. It was. It was. Yeah, there were surprising things last night. You know who you want gone? I don't know who you want gone. Who do you want gone, Shyam? I don't know. Gotta break the tree. I wish Ashley was on the block personally, but that's just my opinion. I don't like her. I think Kiana would win the blockbuster. And hopefully they load out what's her name? I know who you're talking about. I guess Morgan. Not Morgan. The other one. The other one, chat, you know? Oh, gosh. Can't even think of her name. Why am I drawing a complete blank on who's in that house still? I watched it last night, I promise. Could fool everybody, though. This tractor. I want this tractor. No, that's not what I want. I thought I was in that John Deere. Yeah, Lauren. That's it. Although, you know, she's kind of done nothing all year in the Big Brother house. And they are right. If she were to somehow make it to the end, then I could see that being an issue because she would probably win. So, yeah. Yeah. Visit with brother was great. It was great, Tony. Gotcha, Sean. Yeah, I have 2 of them. Or 3 of them. I don't like the tandem, the twin steer one. The twin steer one, well, it's a good truck. It's fine. It doesn't follow auto drive at all. So therefore, I don't like it. And then the regular cab over single steer hook lift truck, it's really good with auto drive, so I like it a lot. So yeah. Yep. Oh, I definitely, yeah. Jeff, she's, yeah. Yeah. Lot went up for sale down the street. Oh, Big Al. Look at you. Look at you. But yeah, no, there's a lot going on there, Jeff.
Lizard.
I would say. Lizard? I don't know about that. Hope they blindside the weasel. Wow. Wow. Laugh, thanks for the bits. Well, I may have gone in a little too far. A little too far, chat. Oh well. Honestly, when cleaning up like this, you kind of need to, because that roller is going to make a hell of a mess, actually, if it would work. Oh, it's waiting for me to get out of here is what it's waiting for. Okay. I was wondering why it wasn't working. Yeah, it's actually waiting. It's doing what it's supposed to. Doing what it's supposed to. Alright, let's dump this back up here. Let's dump this back up here. There we go. Gotta change the tip side to the back. Alright. Do have kind of an awkward hole over there in the face. We should try to fill that in, huh? There we go. Got some of it. Alright, let's get away with this rig so that can, roller can hopefully roll. Hopefully that quad will be able to do what I want it to do there. Hopefully. I mean, that should be. Should have enough horsepower for sure. Oh, yeah. It's got weight. This might be the ticket, y'all. We're up to 10%. Compacted. So not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, we had the mountain machine doing the pit. I took that off there, Sean. It wasn't working the best. It wasn't working good at all, honestly. So Normally I run it, but it was not working out too well. Telling me you can't. Why not? Is that not? Oh, you know what? That doesn't connect anymore. I disconnected all that earlier. My bad. Let's just end it here, and then we can reconnect when we get there. All right. Let's get our last. We got 190,000 in here, so that's plenty of chaff. Honestly, the rest of this will just get harvested as kern. Kern. Not necessarily tonight either. That's okay. It's all good. But no, hopefully, yeah, I don't know. I kind of just really want Ashley out of the house at this point. That's who I want out of the house. I think Keanu, I mean, as long as he wins Blockbuster tonight, he's in good shape, you know? As long as he wins. Obviously, if he doesn't, that's a problem. And honestly, if he doesn't, and he is on the block at vote, they're dumb if they don't vote him out, you know? Because he is going to win his way to the end. And then win the end, because how can you argue with that many comp wins? I mean, his social game, maybe not the best, but comp wins. Man's incredible. So, yeah. All right. Quad's kind of struggling. That hill is pretty bad. I made it really hard. Oh, boy. Made that hill real bad, chat. Oh, he's waiting for me again. Never mind. All right. I don't want to go too far out because I don't want to have to clean up again. Yeah. Come on, tractor. You have the power to do this. Come on. All right. Oh, let's bury the quad. Yeah. That kind of worked. Kind of. I still have a lot to unload here, but. Come on, drive on top of the roller. Just bully the quad track out of the way, y'all. I'm here for it. Well, I got empty anyway. Oh, that is one way to do it. That's a full enough pile for me. That's enough silage to mess with, so. All right, y'all. Buddy is gonna try to work on that. He is 11% compacted. And I think we're going to call it a night. I know I'm early. If you watch it over on YouTube, have a great rest of your day. And as always, toodles.